Hey folks, welcome to Dig Drive DIY. I'm loaded up early this Friday morning because work always runs late on Friday, but we've got a gigantic suck hole as a result of a broken down field tile. And when I talk about these things in the past, people ask, why do you call it tile? What is a suck hole? So I thought this video would be a perfect opportunity to talk about those things, and we'll look at a repair. You never know what you're getting into when you dig into something like this, so we better get started. I'll meet you there.
Dig Drive DIY.
Well, because the compromised tile created a huge hole on the surface of the ground, we're gonna need some dirt to fill it back in. So fortunately, we've got a little pile of some leftover dirt here at work. I'm gonna get that loaded up and take it along with us. Luckily, we're only working several miles from where we are right now. Well, hopefully that's enough dirt to fill in the hole, but it is a big hole. All right, let's get over there and I'll show you. So when a farmer rents a piece of property from a landlord to farm, at least around here, they assume the responsibility of maintaining that land and making sure that it's well fit to be farmed. And that's the situation here. This is a newly rented farm from the new tenant. The previous tenant, let a few things go. It's pretty obvious because this particular suck hole showed up on Google Earth imagery as far back as 2020. So here it is, September 2022, and the hole is still there. They've been farming around it. And we want to get it fixed so that you can farm across it, and it makes the drainage work proper too. Well, it's hard to get perspective, I realize, from the camera, but this is actually a pretty good sized hole that's out here. Oh. So you can see the tile right here, and I'm standing right on top of the tile. So this is how deep that is. Nick's here to help me today. I'll start digging this up. It looks like it's more running this way. So I'm gonna reposition the backhoe and get set up, and then I'll try to paw some of this dirt away. This is the only hole, and it has eroded the ground all the way back here as water has poured into it. I don't see any other holes that go clear to the tile, but that's why I brought that load of dirt, because this is the scope of this hole, and the damage that it's done is pretty big. So the trick is to dig that tile up without busting it into smithereens, right? Probably a clay tile, a really old clay tile, probably made at a clay tile factory not too far from here. So this is plastic corrugated drainage pipe. And the reason we still call it tile is because this drainage pipe used to be made out of clay tile, just like clay tile on a roof or clay pots. And well, I guess the term has just carried over and we can't let go of it. So to me, this is tile. To some people it isn't, but that's a good question though. I never really thought about it until people started asking, so. Tile. Okay, I want you to take a flag and mark on top of the ground out of the way of where I'll be digging. Is that where the physical hole is? Okay. I see broken pieces of tile right there in that scoop. You see where that flag comes in handy now? Hit something.
Right there.
Oh, it's going the other way, huh?
I'm hitting right there too.
Yeah. The tile was probably broken off, not squared. It made me think it was going in that direction.
Well, I hit it up here earlier. That's what threw me off.
So the tile was a little bit different direction than what I was digging. I was misled, but that happens from time to time. So we're heading off in this direction. So I've moved the backhoe. We're gonna get this all exposed so that we can work on it. It's a large tile. It's probably a big main, so that's why it drew so much water. Even the old clay tile will still work very effectively. And that's evidenced by how much dirt it moved from the surface. And as you get deeper down into the bottom of the soil profile, it becomes much, much denser clay, and the water takes the path of least resistance. So if it gets the smallest little cavity above the tile, it'll start eroding into the porous or the hole that's in the tile, and it'll just keep taking dirt from the top. And all the dirt around the outside will stay fine because it's clay, and the water has a hard time traveling through it. Now the sunlight isn't quite right, and I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but I wanted to try to show, like I can tell the difference in the dirt. This line right here that you see, this is the original clay of the subsoil, and this is what was backfilled over the top of the tile. Now we haven't used clay tile for at least 50 years. And in 50 years, you can still see the backfill where some of the topsoil wound up in the bottom of the trench right next to the original clay. And when you're digging up a tile, a lot of times this will help guide you to where it is. You can see that original trench. Original virgin soil, it's compacted clay. This is backfill and it's still kind of porous. That also helps the water to get down to the tile too, because where it's backfilled it isn't compacted. And then we're back to clay. Let's just pick a spot. Let me dig that back on top a little bit more. Yeah. Then this one here, we're gonna have to call this good enough here too. I'm trying to get as close as you can to this thing without busting it all up. So I can run right across the top, and that's why I like a flat cutting edge. A flat cutting edge is much more forgiving and makes it so you can get right down to that tile, and you should be able to see that dirt difference in that trench over the top of that tile now. Oh yeah. You can see where the tile was broken in another spot right there too. Look at the difference in that dirt. You can see an obvious line where the trench is. I'm always amazed, I'm still amazed by that every time I see it. So this is what happens, is this tile gets like that right there. Look, there's a spot that's I'm exposing that wasn't uncovered. And you can see the gap in the tile and how it'll start sucking dirt. Once that breaks down and these pieces break, it'll start sucking. Now, we can keep digging and we're gonna keep finding that. So this piece right here looks decently round, so we're gonna go with this one. Not taking water very well. Did you bring any mud boots? See, this one here had a cave in it as well. This one's compromised. I didn't hit it with the backhoe. Gotta be careful because these are really sharp too. And I don't like to put them back in the tile trench. We already found someone has repaired this before, and I was digging up tile chunks as I was trying to get down to this, which makes you think you're hitting the tile, but you're just hitting these chunks. Well, we know about what we need. We got to go get some parts and pieces and see if we can patch this up. So we're going to see what we have at my house, and then we'll be right back. All right, we're back, and this is really cleared out. You know, when you give it a little time, it settles out. You can see what you're dealing with. The tile here is really oblong. So what has happened is the top is kind of broken and it's somewhat collapsed and compromised. And you're gonna find that, I think, the whole way. If you start digging this up, the whole way will be like that. So you just gotta find the best that you can work with and then patch it up in between. We found two places where we're gonna connect to. And since it is so oblong, we really can't use an internal coupler of sorts. So we're just gonna butt it up, which is the same way this tile was installed 60 years ago, just butt to butt. Okay, Luke. Take your spade and try to reach down inside of the tile and get as much dirt out of the bottom as you can, but don't hit the top of the tile with a spade. You don't want to compromise that integrity of the tile. Let's see if this next one's any better. Oh boy. Exact measurement is 12'1". We're going to cut it about 12'3". Our oblong height is about 7 inches tall, 8 inches. This is about 9 inches OD, so it's gonna be a little bit taller than the end caps, but we're gonna bat it up to fix that. So we took out all the pieces of tile that were in the bottom so that we'd have room for the new 8-inch that we're putting in there. And like I said, I hate reburying the pieces of broken tile. I feel like it's just kind of lazy. Let's lay that tile in there. Okay, I'll flip it over so the hummocks is the other direction. So that the bow is up. Yeah, like that. Okay. So yeah, I want you to stand about right there and just start kind of like massaging it down. Let me put a chunk of dirt on this in the middle so it won't float up, okay? So Nick, can you jump down here and stand? No, I'm gonna try to put dirt right in between you guys. The deal is here, we gotta bat the ends up to make them match up as best we can. But in the meantime, so that the tile doesn't float out of there, I'm gonna put some dirt on the middle. Okay, I'm gonna make a bat to put on top of that tile. And that will kind of help even them up a little bit. There we go. Set this on top of that tile and kind of fill the gap between. There you go. There, see this? So that kind of trues that up. Now we're going to put a few pieces on the side to make up the gap in the side. Okay, this is a good piece to put along the side, Nick. Put that down along that side and kind of bridge that gap there. Yeah, put it in there and kind of tuck it along the side. So that'll help protect that from sucking dirt right there. Try to go over the top of the clay plus the, yeah, like that. So now we're gonna wrap that with a plastic bag. I like using salt bags because they don't biodegrade. Okay, you can start doctoring that other end, Luke, to look like what we're doing down here. Okay, take this, Nick, and wrap it around all the joints. Your goal is to not let mud inside the tile. So you want to kind of seal it off and make it so that any of those porous joints are covered with plastic so that gravity can't, so that it can't suck water down in there. Yeah, that looks good. Keep it wrapped down around there, and then if you have to grab some dirt to shove up in the edges, shove it up in there. But wrap it around there and encase it as best you can. We're trying to just make the best joint we possibly can. That looks pretty good. You got a good joint on top, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd say put one more piece in the middle to kind of occupy the space, and then we'll put another one of those caps across top. Okay. I'm gonna make a plastic coupler to snap over the top and hold it all together, and then we'll put the plastic bag on top. Now click that over there and that'll help hold all the bats together. There you go. Okay, so that's our bats with the plastic over the top. We got that patched up pretty good. For what this is, it'll work just fine. Now again, I feel good about this repair given the circumstance of what it is. The joints that we're making and wrapping with plastic are gonna be better than any of the remaining existing joints that are below ground. This old clay tile is becoming a problem as it ages, because really the best way to fix this is to put in a whole new tile and then destroy this one so that it doesn't keep working. That end looks good. She's sealed up pretty nice. Oh yeah, you got her all mocked up with clay too. That clay will do wonders. Let's fill her in. Leave it a little high right over the tile. Okay, now we're gonna make use of that big load of dirt that we hauled over here this morning. Rev it up. Well, that's a good start on this pile. I'm gonna need just a little bit more dirt. I'm gonna call that good for now. I think we'll be able to farm across the top of that, no problem. I think that our repair is probably gonna outlast the rest of the tile. I don't know, let me know what you think. Would you have done it differently? I'm sure there's more than one way to skin a cat in this case, but regardless, I wanna thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope that you liked it, and if I am lucky, I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. So I'm just eating a little lunch here. Home for lunch, and there's something different about today's lunch. Yeah, it's this guy. Hello. How's baby O? This is Mr. Orion George. He's our newest coaf, but he's a nephew.